can we all agree that what we do to nature, we do to ourselves? Because we're part of nature. That's the real thing. Like humans, we are animals. We're part of the food web. We have our own special niche. But somehow, somewhere along the way, we've convinced ourselves that we are above nature and we're outside of it, and that we can change it, manipulate it in any way that we see fit. That's what we've been doing. That's a fairy tale. That's a farce. That's something that's come back around to bite us on the ass. We've been living a lie. Okay. That's why so many people have cancer. That's why so many people are living in poverty. That's why so many children have autism. That's why people are being trafficked underground and being treated like less than human. Okay. That's all a sickness. It's all dis-ease that's come about as a result of not living according to natural law, according to God's law. We've disobeyed. We've gone astray. And the way to course correct is to step back and observe nature, observe the patterns, and mimic that. We shouldn't have to mimic it, because we should just be doing it naturally. But we fell. We fell away. We got lost. I think that's very evident in our economic system, the way we're all striving to accumulate vast amounts of wealth and sit on it and let it grow. Like, okay, if that happens in the body, that's called a tumor, and it eventually kills the body. Like, if I'm an organ in a body of humanity and you're an organ, we all need a certain amount of blood, because blood carries oxygen, it carries nutrients, and the sustenance that we need as organs to go on thriving and living so that the whole body can live. We're all connected. We're all fingers on the same hand. Okay? Organs in the same body. So, if I decide, as let's say I'm the liver, I'm just gonna eat up all the blood that I want and fuck you over there, heart. Yeah, we've really been neglecting the heart. And the liver just eats and eats and grows, and the heart gets weaker and weaker and weaker, because there is a limited amount of blood in the body. There is a limited amount of resources. This is a finite planet we're all living on. Okay, so rather than creating an economic system which mimics nature, which is always striving for homeostasis, which is always letting nutrients, energy flow through the system freely, we've decided to hoard and create pollution in the body, in the body of humanity. Okay. It makes absolutely no freaking sense. So, I mean, nature has its own economy. So, like, we didn't need to go and create our own. But, you know, we're like in our adolescence, I feel. It's like, you know, teenagers think they know everything. Okay. And part of learning and growing and evolving is making mistakes. And then you got to learn from those mistakes. Hopefully we can learn from our mistakes as humans, as a collective. We've done a lot of bad things to this earth, to our mother, to our brothers and sisters. Because the squirrel, the bird, the snake, they're all our brothers and sisters. They're our cousins. They are. And we do really well to just sit back and observe and learn a thing or two from these simpler creatures. Like, we think we're so intelligent. And yet, you don't see a squirrel polluting the planet. they hoard in that they prepare, but they prepare just enough to make it through the winter. You know, they're not, they don't have a 5-year plan. They go with the cycles, okay? They go with the revolutions of the earth. They go with the seasons. And here we are manipulating the seasons, manipulating the weather, manipulating the natural patterns, changing them and thinking that that's going to work out. Well, it hasn't worked out. Okay. We're really sick on many different levels. And something's got to give. Either we make a change or our light extinguishes. Like we're going to snuff ourselves out. That is how nature works. Like we will go extinct if we don't course correct. And the only way to correct is to get back on track, is to acknowledge the fact that we are nature and start acting accordingly. Start participating in the way that God intended. It's all right in front of us. It's actually not a big mystery. The meaning of life is life itself. Just to live, just to be, just to have an experience. That's why we're here. Okay? It's very simple, and we've complicated it. We've got ourselves into a big, big mess. And I really do believe we're waking up. I believe that a lot of people are realizing the error of our ways. And I hope to God, I pray to God that we are going to actually begin to take responsibility. Meaning each of us. We've been taught to follow, to be sheep, to look to our overlords and just, do what they say. And we've become addicted to the convenience of that, to the easiness of that. There's a price to pay, and it's called freedom, and it's called health. That's what we're paying for convenience, okay, with our freedom and with our health. And when you become sick enough and enslaved enough and miserable enough, you'll realize that the trade-off isn't worth it. And I think we're there.